multi-exclusive dimensional being God with another exclusive Grand Rising Kings, Queens, Gardens, Goddesses. This video is going to be about Sun in Virgo, which is our self-expression and seeing through reality as far as a 30-day process. Of course, we got the Moon in Virgo, which is a 2-day process because the Moon moves very fast. So we're going to be reacting, responding to pretty much Earth matters as far as practicality, stability, structure, home, safety, security, a little bit logical references into that perspective. And also when Moon is in Virgo, we're going to be reacting, responding to reorganizing things, worrying about our health, doing things into moderation, being practical, over analyzing things, looking over the details, being prior to things, and also being organized. And of course, it's the time to basically have your paper and your pen ready so you can write down your affirmations and your goals so you can basically be more practical and over repeat these things. This way, on a day-to-day basis, we can basically add more energy to wherever we want to basically be in life. So of course, when we got the Sun trine Saturn, we're going to be seeing basically the responsibilities of grounding ourselves into realities and basically working on our goals. We got the Sun trine and Pluto, so it's basically seeing ways to bring changes in our life as far as transformational purposes and obligations and things that we need to like work on as far as utilizing our self-expression towards transformational purposes. And of course, when we got Mercury squared Jupiter, this is basically learn how to think and communicate, and learn how to basically bring our spirituality into Dalmatian. It's one thing to basically be in your imagination. It's another thing to basically analyze the details of the spectrum and learn how to utilize both our right and left brain to basically be more practical with these things. Also, we got Venus square Uranus. So this is the urge for love and balance as far as separation. Or we're going to feel the need to basically be more open and more loving and caring towards people, places, and things that we are dealing with, or as far as we may be detaching from people, places, and things, or we may be coming through a whole lot of relationships and a whole lot of ongoing marriages. So watch out for that too. This is a learning process too. We either learn to basically separate from somebody that's not in our best interest, or learn try to fix difficulties in our relationships during this time. Also, a whole lot of cheating going on too, a whole lot of flirting going on. Also, we got Jupiter sextile Neptune. It's basically being passionate with your spirituality. So, of course, you're going to feel the need to be more passionate, more aggressive towards utilizing your spiritual growth. And, of course, we got Sun trine Jupiter. So, this is basically seeing through our goals and seeing through our philosophical point of views and horizon when we're dealing with expansion and growth. Also, we got Sun opposing Neptune. So, that's basically dealing with confusion with the way we self-express ourselves. We could be dealing with deceitfulness also too, especially who they basically paying attention to as far as the way we utilize our self-expression. Of course, our unconscious and subconscious and conscious natures, we got to fulfill these three, and we got 3 bodies and 3 vessels. Well, we know your spirit is basically invisible, so that's really not a body. Your spirit create bodies and create spectrums. Your soul is also invisible, so of course you got to utilize your 3 vessels to basically bring the 3 together. It takes 3. Yeah, it may take 2, but of course, when you add 2 together, it's gonna create another essence. So of course, we also got Moon trine Mars, so we're gonna have compassion and compassionate emotions towards what we're striving for and going to go get it. We also got Moon trine Uranus. Basically, we're gonna be dealing with an emotional awakening as far as what we need to do and basically construct ourselves in life, and also move towards humanitarian goals and basically have a spiritual awakening. We also got Moon trine. We also got Venus trine Chiron. So that basically we're gonna feel the need to have love and care towards the way we balance our traumas and past life issues, as far as like dealing with issues or basically any heart or trauma that we was dealing with. We may feel the need to basically bring balances towards somebody and vent with somebody during this time and shit. But don't be used as a stepping stool, because you will be taken advantage of too if you over repeat these processes. Also, we got Mars square Saturn, so this basically learning how to basically utilize our passion, self-expression, utilize our goals, or we're gonna be let reality reshape our life. Because what you're seeing, what's going on outside right now, is just basically somebody's imagination. If you're paying attention to that, you're putting your goals towards that. So somebody else's imagination is gonna be growing. Your shit not gonna be moving nowhere. You're gonna be moving a whole lot of substances, a whole lot of shit and dirt. Saturn conjunct Pluto, so this basically putting more effort and time towards things we need to change and put transformation to see our obligations and duties and responsibilities take shape and form in our life in front of our eyes. Also, we got Neptune trine sex Pluto. Neptune trine Pluto. So this basically is a septile. It's an opportunity to put your spirit in the right space and location and bring definite transformation towards anything, any philosophical points of views or references you was believing in. This is the time to basically believe in yourself, or you're gonna be put towards damnation, especially if that shit wasn't working to you. Trials and tribulations will pop and reoccur, and Pluto will fucking put your spirit in a space and location that it don't want to be. So take power and control over that during that time. And of course, we also got Mercury opposing Chiron, so this basically dealing with being more sensitive to the way we was thinking about circumstances, situations resurfacing and basically reshaping and recoming into our existence. We got to be aware of that shit. For me, we don't want to basically feed into the guilt program. We want to feed our mind, body, and soul towards prosperity and abundance. And basically, we got to be consistent. For me, we got to build good seeds during this time. And of course, 2 more days is going to be the new moon. So that's the time to basically utilize your 30-day challenge and repeat the process to see your fruits and labors grow. We also got Mars square Pluto. So this basically having the meaning. We're going to be learning how to utilize our self-expression, our self-creations towards like pretty much changes in life as far as what we wasn't chasing. It's the time to basically chase that and go for it during this time. Also, we got Jupiter conjunct Saturn, so there's basically then expansion with the way we think and bring our constructions and the way we build our structure in life. Because the more when Jupiter is in Capricorn, this is good and bad, but you gotta learn how to utilize it for your good. So this basically bring your spirit down to earth, as in don't get lost into your desires. Learn how to actually expand through these trials and tribulations. If you playing bad seeds, but if you're playing good seeds, it's gonna be a little chaotic. If you can basically stay in the vibration of expansion and not stay in the vibration of companion. Also, we got Jupiter trine Uranus, so there's basically seeing expansion towards global regeneration as far as like coming together and preaching, speaking, or just being the age of centaurs as far as a spiritual awakening. Everybody waking the fuck up. That's what we need to basically do. We also got Jupiter conjunct Pluto, so this basically here regeneration during this time globally, and of course we need to utilize that so we can get through any circumstance situation, like as far as not being caught up to all the bullshit and all the things that the fucking news is putting out there for us to believe in. We got to take power and control over our wisdom, over our spiritual passion, and utilize this and utilize our philosophical point within us. We don't need to be looking externally. We need to be looking internally so we can basically create our inner world and basically express this and push this out. We do not need to be living backwards during this time. And of course, I'm about to run down Virgo through the suns and moons. So of course, if you got your sun sign, is basically the way you self-express yourself. Basically, what we see physically from you is symbolically. And of course, your moon sign is basically your reaction, your reflection. Your ascendant is your rising, basically your spirit, the way you rise and construct through life. So of course, if you need help with your sun, your moon, and your ascendant, you will hit me up. All you need is your time for your ascendant. Everything else will basically be fluent. But of course, when you got Virgo and Aries, this you're gonna be learning how to utilize your self-expression towards new projects, new constructs, and try not to make too many quick decisions because we still are in Mars retrograde. And of course, personal values and entertainment is basically what you need to be focused on. You don't need to be staying in somewhere that's going to keep you stagnated. You need to keep your mind expressive and flowing and growing. And also, if you got a moon in Aries, you're going to be receiving this kind of influence from people, places, and things to tell you to do this. So you're going to see this as a reflection. We got Virgo and Taurus. It's basically dealing with challenges, with desires. Learn how to have balance the way you eat, or basically get overindulged into your values and shit like that. Watch for your health, and also try not to be too stagnated and try not to be too lazy. And if you got a moon in Taurus, you're going to be receiving this kind of influence from people, places, and things that's coming towards you as well. If you got Virgo and Gemini, you're going to be dealing with a whole lot of gossiping, going around, a whole lot of mental pursuits. Try to have mental stimulation. Try not to have mind clutter, because the energy is double. Because Virgo governs, well, Mercury governs Virgo and Gemini. So that's basically the two. This is duality right here. So also you need to watch out for anxiety, and also try to ground yourself during this time. And if you got a moon in Gemini, you're gonna be receiving this kind of influence from people, places, and things. This is a reflection. Remember that. Also, we got Virgo and Cancer, learning how to be more practical with your private home matters and shit, and finding more roots, and basically finding stimulation, utilizing charity will be very good. And for me, you don't want to basically be too hard on yourself. For me, so whatever you do, make sure you're doing it, being more creative with your creative endeavors and stuff like that. If you got a moon in Cancer, you're gonna basically be receiving influence from other family members trying to basically have roots. You might get into a little debates and a little philosophical issues, but try to be flowing as much possible for me during this time. That's if you planting good seeds too. That's if your family members planting good seeds. Also, when we got Virgo and basically Leo, self joy in your workplace, as far as where you're working at or what you're doing, that's is very needed. And of course, you need to watch out for heart issues, especially if you're not valuing your joyfulness and your childish natures. So try not to be in a circumstance situation of being stagnated. For me, be more open and expressive. If you got a moon in Leo, you're gonna be receiving this kind of energy from people, places, and things, basically reflecting this back at you. And of course, if you got a Virgo and Virgo, you got a Virgo and Virgo. This is basically dealing with daily work matters, grounding yourself, focusing your energy towards positive things, and also basically being more righteous, and try to like enjoy your work phase, and not be in a workplace of basically overwhelming or dealing with issues with other people, places, and things. Also, if you got a moon in Virgo, you're going to be receiving this reflection from other people, places, and things dealing with that spectrum. If you got Virgo and Libra, balance is key, and practicality is key during this time for me. And learn how to build boundaries with the right people, places, and things, and satisfaction is basically key. You don't want to lack that during this time, because Virgo don't really fuck with Venus. Venus don't really fuck with Virgo like that. So you need to find some kind of stability and structure in your life, and basically be with somebody that you can really count on, rely on during this time. If you got a moon in Libra, you're gonna be receiving this influence from someone or people, places, and things. If you got Virgo and Scorpio, it's basically dealing with hidden emotional natures and shit. Try to have security, and try to have practicality, have a stimulational mind, and try to focus on the positive during this time. You don't want to be planting bad seeds and thinking about negative shit. For me, learn how to try to have self control and take power and control over your issues and your emotions and feelings and thoughts that ain't yours. Remember that. Resist that. If you got a moon in Scorpio, you're gonna be receiving this influence from somebody else. Of course, when you got Virgo and Sagittarius, it's a learning process. So basically, learn how to like find your purpose and your philosophical point of view. Learn how to ground that and put that into play. It's one thing to talk about it, but be about expressing. If you got a moon in Sagittarius, you're gonna be receiving this influence from people, places, and things. If you got a Virgo and Capricorn, learn how to deal with self-career, daily responsibilities, and rest, and focus on not dealing with guilt, and rush yourself. This is very important, because you don't want to overburden yourself. So I mean, of course, you want to be practical, and you want to have a list and be more organized with how you communicate and how you construct your work, and put it into structure. Moon in Capricorn, you're gonna be receiving this influence from people, places, things that need to do this. If you got a Virgo and Aquarius, being more intellectual with your thoughts, and grounding yourself and associating yourself around people, places, things, and groups and orientations is better. It's best your purpose during the time. And of course, you don't want to be around with stressful people, or anything that's basically stopping you in your pursuits. Be around people that you can trust and basically utilize for your purpose. If you got a moon in Aquarius, you're gonna be receiving this kind of energy from people, places, and things. And last but not least, when we got Virgo and Pisces, it's gonna have some issues during this time, depending on how your charts are. So hiddenness, shadiness, people, places, and things may pop up and reoccur. Dealing with your dreams and the way you express these things. Follow your intuition. Trust in the universe. Trust in yourself, and basically try to resist any negative feelings and emotions and ideas, and try to basically construct yourself towards following your intuition, your goals. For me, and be around people, places, and things that see this from you too. because they will need this from you during this time, because we need y'all. And of course, that's the energies for today.